Welcome back to Seen It Before. We're probably going to say something stupid about your favorite movie. I'm Danny.
I'm Dan, and at least I went to the right theater today.
Listen, we normally go to the one that's a half hour from here. Mm-hmm. And this one random time, it happened to be the one down the road.
That we went
Why
to
wouldn't you go to that one more often?
Oh, it's John, everybody.
Oh, yeah, it's John's here.
I'm back.
Yeah. Well, no, because I live closer to the one that's 30 minutes from here. I don't want to say
Colony.
the town.
Colony.
Okay, fine, Colony.
Dox him like that.
Fucking Christ. Yeah, so I go to the Colony one, normally. And then this one random time,
I feel like Clifton Park's doxed again.
Please stand by. Spider-Man Brand New Day is our movie today.
Yeah.
The latest outing from Tom Holland, Zendaya, Jacob Batalon, and all of them. Yeah.
And Sadie Sink now.
Sadie Sink now as well joining the cast. Okay, so we're not going to...
John Bernthal.
Not- All right.
I mean...
No, he's right here.
Hey,
how are you?
Thank you. Let me tell you something.
He did say it. He did say it.
Every movie.
Every movie, without fail.
Wait, he did say it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even
he
notice it.
It's like, let me tell you something.
Was it when they're on
Yeah,
like the
it's
ship
'cause
Yeah.
in his house?
All right. Before we get too far into this, let's get to it.
What parts of nature are good or bad?
Sorry about that.
You're not one of my students, are you?
All right. So, Spider-Man Brand New Day. We're seeing it on the day it came out. This is the fresh out of the theater reaction from all of us.
Yeah. I'm
So
fresh.
Our big question, we're going to be... Actually, no, we got to do our spoiler-free review. Sorry.
Spoiler-free
My bad.
Dan,
Our
goddamn.
compliment sandwich. So, let's have our guests go first. So, one good thing, one bad thing, and one more good thing about the movie.
Good thing. Action was great.
You say the action was great this time?
I thought it was
You
good.
of all people saying the
thought
action.
it was good.
I think it's good too, but I'm just saying.
I mean, it was Jackie Chan's stunt team for this one. So
You know what? It does show, but I think it was very
No,
cinematic,
it's just like-
and it was very like
'Cause we have
to
John's-
the roots of Spider-Man. Like it felt
Oh, yeah,
very
yeah.
genuine.
The webs
like,
of Spider-Man?
The webs, him like using the walls
the
and
root.
like.
when he came out of his wrists and everything.
But I think I'll say the negative is it got too big picture-y. Like again, we'll get into the spoilers, but it's like you're essentially having Omega level threats in what was supposed to be, or at least what I was interpreting it as, like all the material I was seeing leading up to this movie. It was like, hey, this is grounded Spider-Man. Hey, this is like he's no longer in the Iron Man suit. This is him like to his roots, like, hey, the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And then the big bad is like an Omega level threat. And I feel like there were a couple things that were like shoehorned that were about that threat. So I felt like it was counterintuitive from the material I was seeing. And I'll say the chemistry between Spider-Man, the Punisher, even MJ, I'll say this cast really worked really well together. And I think it really showed. It was phenomenal.
I'm gonna have to echo those statements because I definitely loved all of the chemistry between this cast. I liked that the practical web swinging was really cool to see because I think it worked along with the CGI that they did. I'm a fan of the the organic web shooters. Because I just grew up with Toby as like my first introduction to Spider-Man. I didn't even read the comics before that. I just always assumed.
how old were you when the first Spider-Man came out?
I was 4.
Of course you didn't read the comics.
Yeah.
How old were we?
Probably like 6, maybe 7.
Shut the fuck.
Get the fuck out. Get out.
They're kind of like they had a perfect opportunity to reset from the Avengers type Spider-Man to go to friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and they still didn't do that. And in particular, they kind of made a mockery out of like some of the classic villains, like specifically Tombstone. Like he looked fucking.
Well, he was also in it for like a few seconds.
Yeah, but Tombstone.
Literally like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Thing is, but I'm saying like Tombstone is one of the biggest, like he's been bigger in certain cartoons and stuff, but he's always been a big part of the Spider-Man universe. Because they brought Shocker in, like that was cool. And then seeing Tombstone, he just looks goofy and like too comic booky, but I think you could really pull him off not so comic booky.
Because he's also like a Kingpin style, like mob bossy, but also has superpower.
There's been interpretations where he's just a henchman, And then there's like Silvermane, and then there's the Kingpin. This is from the 90s cartoon that I'm really thinking of. And then there's another Spectacular Spider-Man, which is in like 2008.
Yeah.
Where that's more where he's like the big boss.
Right.
That was another good thing. I like that they didn't do what I thought they were going to do, and I was scared of what they were going to do, but that's a spoiler.
Okay. Well, that's a good.
So they didn't cross the line into campy territory.
Well.
All right. So some good things I liked about the movie. We mentioned a lot of the action before and everything like that. But yeah, the practical web slinging and how it looked a lot like Insomniac's game. A lot of it took a lot of inspiration, I think, from that. And a lot of the freeze frames, stuff like that, the loading screens. I really liked how they're trying to incorporate all this stuff into there. The bad. Got a little slow in the middle there, guys. Got real slow in the middle.
Yeah, there's definitely some draggers at some
But
points.
I don't think it really took away too much, but I was just like, I did look at my phone. I was like, oh, geez, we still have an hour left. So, yeah, and then one last good thing. I mean, the emotional core of this cast, they're all really, they know these characters so well, and they continue to show development throughout their journeys, and it really shows how much care they put into that.
All right. That was a great spoiler-free review, and it was very to the point.
Yeah.
And no roundabout, no interruptions.
Yeah.
I really liked it. It was good.
And I know I had fun editing this, and
Yeah.
I thank you both for making me work very hard on this.
It's not me. This isn't my setup.
You gotta
Don't blame
earn it.
me. Yeah.
You gotta
I'm not
earn it,
getting
that's all I'm
paid.
saying. I don't get paid either. But I do this out for the passion.
Wait, I was told I was getting paid.
You guys are getting paid?
Yeah. You're getting money?
All right. So
He gets bit on the balls by a spider.
So yeah, let's try to keep it spoiler free. You were talking about some stuff with Daredevil earlier before I cut you off. You were mentioning something about that.
So Daredevil's not really important to this story.
No, he's not.
The timeline is what I'm really concerned about, is because all of Daredevil Born Again season 2 happens before this.
Yep.
People might be a little confused. The timeline that ends in 2026. This movie takes place in 2028. And so, when Homecoming came out, there was a lot of confusion of said after 2012, after the Avengers.
Wait, are you sure Daredevil Born Again season 2 is in 2026?
It might be 2024. I know this movie takes place in 28.
Yes, but I think
Because
Born
May-
Again also might take place in 28.
I know it takes place. Well, obviously, it takes place after at least season 1 because Punisher's out of prison
Yeah.
or out of that cage thing. Anyway, May, because we know May died in 24. It says on the tombstone. And then it said it's 4 years. It's been 4 years of him being Spider-Man. Math is mathing, right?
So yeah.
Okay, cool. But it's kind of funny going back to the problem that everybody had with Homecoming, because the opening scene is, what's his fucking name? Vulture with his daughter's drawing.
Yeah, the timeline didn't make sense.
And it said 8 years later.
Yeah,
But we know
yeah.
2012, Avengers happened in 2012, and then 8 years later. So wait, that means...
Yeah, everyone was confused.
Yeah, because it's
So-
2017, Homecoming came out. It's 2020? There's no mask. What's going on?
Yeah. All right. Well, we have one main question that we're going to kind of be following about this one, and it's is this the Spider-Man we've been waiting for?
It's very complicated to answer, because I think in many ways they do get the spirit of Spider-Man down.
Yeah.
They get like the whole dichotomy between Peter Parker and Spider-Man, the spider literally trying to take over, and like the spider hormones are like over, they're making it real like
They're trying to like override and take over.
Yeah,
And
it's like,
just
I'm a
in
spider
classic
now.
Spider-Man fashion, he has to figure out the balance between.
Yeah, it's like Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, exactly. Like
just
Spider-Man
now he
2.
has too much power and he's not losing the powers.
Right. But that's always been a constant thing in the comics of like him dealing with that duality of like trying to be Peter Parker, trying to be Spider-Man. Things are affecting Peter Parker's life, but then things are affecting Spider-Man's life. So that's always been a part of the comics. So I think it's very accurate to the source material. And I think overall, I would say the first half was very much the Spider-Man we've been looking for. Like friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Just when he's swinging through the city, it just like hit. It felt like, the classic ones that we all grew up watching.
Saving the kids from the tank.
Saving the kid. And like what really got me is like you said, those loading screens kind of was that they deliberately would slow down and like show like the iconic, like him holding the comic panel, like him holding one guy and it being here. So it's like and there are like several of those, like even the one where his like legs are up crazy, like So it really
and even
just
towards the end as well, they had one.
yeah. So it really re-emphasized like the imagery of what we all grew up and his overall like symbolism and like what he represents. And like because like so far, at least in the MCU, he has been like fighting literal like world-ending in space like far out of left field stuff, which not necessarily, it does happen, so it is accurate, but we never really got to where his beginnings were. And I think we're finally, again, like for the first half, I was really excited. Then I think the rails kind of fell off on that back half, like third act. So, but I think again, like I think they did it very well to demonstrate his overall ability of like dealing with both sides. But I feel like it could be a little bit honed in just a little bit.
Yeah.
Or at least have more appropriate villains / settings / storylines.
Right.
If we're going in that direction. Are we going spoilers now or no?
Not yet.
Okay.
The thing is, like, they now that I really think about it, they have done they other than in say No Way Home, they did down to like on the ground Spider-Man. I think we just kind of think
I
of
don't know.
Spider-Man.
Far From Home was definitely not grounded.
Far from
Spider-Man.
home. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Mysterio and the world ending
Mysterio's-
threat that had it going on
It
there.
just-
Them being in a different country and like
Well,
again,
okay, yeah. So that's the thing that I didn't like. They're not in New York.
yeah,
It's
that's what I'm
not
saying.
Spider-Man
This was
without
like
New
the
York.
first one. Like he was in his civilian clothes, and then he has to go run up to a rooftop to go change. Every other time we've had Spider-Man, it's just been the classic like nano suit, like press a button, and now he's just Spider-Man. So
Right.
it's like just that nuance was missing in all these
that's
earlier
the thing.
things.
And I think in Homecoming, we just kind of just collectively all forgot about it. I do think that's an on the ground Spider-Man
Yes,
movie.
it is. Homecoming for
Vulture's,
sure.
you know, it's like
Yeah,
it's my
for sure.
girlfriend's
Vulture,
dad.
yeah,
for sure.
Who's the villain? Like
Yeah.
it's like could not be
For
more
sure.
on the ground
For sure.
So, but yeah,
then
like
even with that one, Iron Man's getting thrown in
Yeah,
there.
Iron
So
Man's
it's like,
there.
Yeah. So there were still like hints and aspects of like
Yeah.
the
This is-
universe and
But,
like
like, it's
connect.
fine.
they had a perfect chance to do it, and I don't. Yeah, you're right. They did overshoot shoot it with the power of the villain. Honestly, I would have been fine if it was just Scorpion.
I was thinking the same thing. Like the first half, it was like Scorpion, the Hand, Tombstone. I was like, Spider-Man is like on the level of Batman when it comes to like rogues gallery
Yep.
villains. You could have picked any like Chameleon.
Yeah, Chameleon would have been good.
all like you could have played into that kind of how they did it with this one, which I thought was done very well. But you could have still done that like psychological warfare kind of playing with his emotions.
Yeah.
With Chameleon, and it still would have been on that ground level. So I feel like they aren't using the plethora, again, similar like Batman, they aren't using the plethora of villains that
But
could have fit this better.
I do think this is kind of taking some inspiration from Superman last year, where they're actually putting all these villains in there. And
Okay.
it's kind of getting more comic booky, which I think that's a step in the right direction for sure for superhero movies, because like there's more villains scattered about. That's cool that we're seeing them like in this world.
Yeah, so the concept I like, but then you're also getting you're having to do these kind of not as well thought out versions of these iconic characters. Like Tombstone could have been done great, but now this is our guy, and he just seems the wig and the fake teeth. Because what they're doing in the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man TV show, it's an animated show. It's really good.
Is that the one on Amazon?
It's on Disney Plus.
Okay. It's so hard to keep track.
It's the one that looks like the original Steve Ditko drawings.
Okay, that is on my.
It's a genuinely good show, and they're doing this whole drawn out backstory of Tombstone, and I thought it's on the track to be really good. Like and then I think they might they could probably kind of just overwrite it and just not worry about it, because I did see a shot of a guy ramming his head into a building.
That was Ramrod.
Okay,
it's a
Ramrod.
I
villain.
thought that was a. I thought
I was
that
thinking
was
it
a
was
rhino.
Yeah. So I'm like,
before-
they just
before
write
he
it
dies.
off.
No, that is
Yeah.
that is one of his villains as well. So,
Okay.
yeah, lower tier obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think other than Tombstone, that's the one that just
Okay, we might see
And
more in this next
Scorpion.
trilogy. You never know.
like Scorpion. Like, who gave him the suit? He was just how did he get out of prison? It was already set
Well,
up.
it showed how he got out of prison by the lead main villain.
No, so since Homecoming,
Oh,
like he gets thrown in prison on the Staten Island ferry
true.
first as just a regular
Yep.
guy. He meets Vulture in the prison. He's like, oh, I don't like Spider-Man either.
don't think
And then
it
all of
really-
a sudden he's just out.
Yeah, but I don't think it really
It doesn't.
matters.
They're telling us it doesn't matter, but I took that post-credit scene to mean something like important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It obviously isn't because Vulture is in a different timeline right now. So
Wasn't also Scorpion in a different timeline? I thought. Which movie called
Vulture.
Morbius caused?
Morbius took
yeah,
Vulture, into,
randomly somehow.
Okay.
We're not even gonna get into
We
that.
can just
let's
if we're retconning retcon all of that.
All
like,
right.
fucked all that.
Yeah, I mean, no one ever even considers that stuff.
Yeah. So I guess it's a little bit of a complicated issue of like whether or not this is Spider-Man that we've been waiting for. It's like half and half for me. What are the other like leading up
well,
questions?
now, no. I think we're just trying to get into spoilers here.
Okay, yeah, spoilers.
So, the Jean Grey of it all. Let's just start with that. It was exactly who I thought it was going to be, and it's been speculated heavily.
Oh, it threw me for. I was actually surprised.
Yeah,
when I knew that was how they were introducing it.
Yeah, so the last few days leading up to it, I think they did kind of like lead me away from that because I'm like, they're really promoting the hell out of this. It wouldn't be Jean Grey if they're like trying to like, I don't know. They had some weird promotions lately, but
I haven't seen Jean Grey without the X-Men ever. So that's why I was like thinking like, are they really going to do that? Like,
well, I mean, she was confirmed for Secret Wars as well, which also gave me pause. I'm like, so she's got to be somebody
she's got to be
important.
important.
Yeah. So,
But again, it's like, I've never seen Spider-Man operate with the X-Men. Probably has at some point, but probably with Secret
Here
Wars.
and there.
Here and there. But it's like, Jean Grey is the ultimate level,
Omega level.
Like, she is the highest of the high of the mutants. And like, you just had Spider-Man fighting some street level guys, and next thing you know, he's going against another crazy. It just took me out of it because I was like, because at one point she literally froze
a full kilometer
chunk of New York City, and then it's like, okay, Spider-Man, go handle that. No, the only person that could handle something like that is another Omega level person like Wolverine, which we've seen, or Charles
But maybe
Xavier.
there's more. Obviously,
Is he
there's more to
Omega level?
Spider-Man right now than we think.
His healing factor makes him Omega level.
Yeah, let's talk about the transformation of Spider-Man then, if we're talking about this, because he obviously can go toe to toe with her a little bit right now. So the whole transformation he's been going through this entire movie is just obviously preparing him for something. It might be obviously because of the stress, but in the comics, it's usually preparing him for something more, like Secret Wars.
I do like that it's kind of based in science a little bit.
Yeah.
Because that does happen with spiders. Like they molt if they're like.
like that crazy documentary he was watching.
Yeah, that was fucking.
So yeah, he's Toby 2.0 now because he can shoot webs, crazy webs out of him. And I like they kind of don't look at me like that.
You like that web scene, didn't you?
No,
Dan?
I did not.
Dan liked that web scene.
Oh, or just exploded out of him.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, he did.
no. Anyway,
Came out of his wrist.
I mean, yeah, you were mentioning that earlier.
Well, there's always been like this kind of like under or like this subtext of Spider-Man, at least the first one.
Yeah.
Maybe because they chose. Maybe this is the reason why they chose to make it organic web shooters, is because Peter in
Going
that
through
movie
a change.
is going through
Spider
a change.
puberty, as Tom Holland called it.
It's literally puberty.
Yeah.
You know, white shit's coming out of you. You don't know
right.
what to do.
All right.
You don't fit your clothes anymore.
Yep.
What?
Yep. Where's the question I wanted to ask? Okay. We were talking about, is this movie really street level? And then that's what we're talking about right now.
It is. It is not.
I don't know. I think again, the first half, I think it did very good, and then I think they just completely lost. And then, like I said, there was a whole, in my opinion, way too long of a fucking scene.
Yeah, and like, where are the
with
Avengers?
the
Where are the Avengers?
Why do the Avengers have
Where's
to get brought
Yelena?
in?
She was in this movie.
Yeah, and like that scene alone, I was like actively being like, all right.
Medium potatoes.
I was like, let's wrap this up. But it's
They're
like
trying to have 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
exactly,
And it's just kind of.
But you're
compromising
losing that
both.
street level when you're like, hey, the Avengers are here. Even though I guarantee you that scene was because she keeps calling it small potatoes. So it's like the writers are trying to tell us, hey, this is street level. But again, like I'm watching this, I'm like, you are potentially dealing with a gigantic corporation that is corrupt and doing crazy shit.
Started by Tony Stark.
Started by Tony Stark. Clearly the guy who's running it now, clearly evil. Like saw that coming a mile away.
Bill
And-
Metzger in the comics is he hates mutants. So
No
yeah.
surprise. But so it's like, yeah, no, this isn't a small potato thing. Just because you're telling me it is because you want it to be does not mean rationally and logically it is. So it's like, I feel like they just kind of, they were going down one way and they're like, well, we want to do all this cool stuff. It's no longer street level now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe it's because it's the nature of a movie. You have to have some sort of
Stakes.
big thing.
Well, I mean, you can have a big thing with a street level encounter.
I mean, yeah, they did it with Homecoming, so
Yeah. Like even bring Electro back. Electro
Hell,
would've been good.
look at all the Tobey movies. They were all street level.
Yeah. It was like
yeah, it was more of a family drama, if anything, like with Harry and like when are we gonna get like Ned being Hobgoblin and like when are we gonna get?
I don't think we're ever getting that.
like
Right.
remember everyone was like speculating because he just lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah.
Because he was like, no, he's just getting healthy.
he's
Guys.
just getting healthy. He's just
Leave the
not
man
being
alone.
the fat guy anymore.
Leave him alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I've always said Spider-Man and Batman, just proving from their rogues gallery, it all works way better in a TV show, especially from the animated shows. Those are two of my favorite animated series I've ever seen in my life. So it clearly works. And because, it's just Spider-Man is such a huge property, they have to make it a movie. And I'm just like, fine. Being in the MCU is the closest thing we have to this, big superhero TV show.
Yeah.
The giant long episodes.
Yeah, and I think obviously there's the back and forth between Sony and Marvel on what they can put in this movie, and obviously they're collaborating. And it seems like they had a good idea of street
it was
level and what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Now we need this.
Yeah,
we
'cause
need
again,
to. We need to shoehorn
I'm
in."
Yeah, I'm sure Marvel was like, "Hey, we need to shoehorn in our next big thing." So it's like,
Which this Spider-Man is a good gateway to do that with, especially because this movie's gonna make bank.
oh yeah, this movie's gonna crush. I don't know. I don't feel like again. I don't think Spider-Man and X-Men mix that well in my brain, especially Jean Grey.
I think they do.
No, I mean they did it well. I'm saying, but it's
We're
like
talking like on a character level. I think they.
I
Spider-Man's
those
mutant
two
guys.
work
Spider-Man's mutant
together.
guys.
He is technically.
technically
yeah.
no, not technically. A mutant is someone who's born with that ability. He
I don't know what
got that ability from getting.
What's an Inhuman? What's a mutant?
I forget them.
mutant is someone who has the
What's a
genetic
special power?
code.
I'm not a big enough nerd for that. So.
Well, I just remember from the X-Men movies and from some of the comics, a mutant was someone who was born with. That's why people like love Captain America, because he took like a serum or whatever. But then they view X-Men or view mutants as like abominations because they were born with this.
I mean, I guess
thing.
enhanced kind of works too. That he's an enhanced individual. I don't know if
something
that's.
like that.
I don't know what their terminology is that they're trying to use here.
But,
So
but it's still interesting to me because I wouldn't have put Spider-Man fighting an X-Man. Obviously, she's not an X-Man right now, but fighting a soon-to-be X-Men Omega level threat.
I don't even know if they're gonna do that.
Well, they just did in this movie. That's how they
so
introduced.
she's Jean Grey, but there's no X-Men.
No, right, but it's still like this is how they introduced mutants, and obviously the hint of what's.
Well,
to
they
come and
technically
what's
introduced
big.
mutants with Miss Marvel. They technically did it there.
yeah, they did.
Yeah, true.
But then again, she's not born with her abilities either. So
Mutant is a human born with a genetic trait called the X gene that triggers natural superhero abilities, usually during puberty. So yeah, it's that evolutionary gene that makes
I knew he was
them
gonna do that.
a mutant, whereas like everyone else who got bit by a spider or a serum or fell into a vat of radioactive waste, all those classic ones. Those are so mutants is someone who has a specific genetic code.
Does the supporting cast work? Yes, they do.
100%.
Oh my god, their chemistry is off the
was
charts.
well, which supporting cast are we talking about?
I'd say honestly, all
I
of
think
them.
there's a few weak links.
Which ones?
I think
talk about it.
specifically Michael Mondo, but he's not given anything to
But
do.
he's not really. I mean, he's not even really supporting. He's like a cameo.
Scorpion.
Oh, yeah.
He's like a minor character. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
say
hey,
he's-
His
I
one
was,
scene was decent. I mean, granted, he's playing a character playing another character,
Right.
but I still thought, he was still decent for a little.
Yeah, I don't know.
He wasn't given the writing wasn't
Yeah,
it wasn't about him, but he
yeah,
still
no,
worked
he was
with what
just there.
had.
He was a vessel at that point.
Yeah.
So
It's not like the performances are bad. I think it's just the writing that they.
I mean, I
failed
don't
to
even
give
really
them.
consider
Okay.
him,
Well,
the
him-
supporting cast. I consider
Tillman is nothing more than just a generic
well, yeah, I mean,
scientist.
that's what Bill Metzger is in the comics, though.
Yeah.
So I don't think he needs to be special.
I know, but it's like, come on. This is.
I still think it worked, man.
I'm thinking
Well, I don't want to. Okay, so I don't want it to just work. You know what I mean? Like I want something like a genuinely like. Okay, so there was one or two genuinely like touching scenes in this. Like
talk about 'em.
great scenes. I think obviously the climactic scene between two conversations between in their minds together. That was great. I really liked not the scene where MJ finds out, but the scene where they're all just hanging out.
Yeah.
Like that was like a great scene, and I was sad to see it end because I'm like, okay, now we're gonna get back to the Elena's here. Okay,
Right.
Yeah, no, it was really touching.
that was
like,
good. That
those
was
moments.
good writing, like good dynamics.
I think the core group was solid. Again, John Bernthal,
and
even Mark
Sadie
Ruffalo
Sink.
a little bit. Like, but yeah. Obviously Zendaya, like I think that entire like the core, like the side, like the cameos, I think are one thing, but when we're talking about the supporting cast, I'm thinking the people that really
The main cast.
the
cast.
main crew, and they really like I really like the scene where it was like, hey, you're thinking, oh, Spider-Man broke the curse. MJ knows what's going on.
I called it, dude.
Did you call it?
No, you
Like,
did
this
call
way
it.
too
Like that
soon.
scene
Like,
alone was
no
like
way.
it was like touching because
But
it's like,
it
oh my
had
god,
you. It had you. That's great
It was
acting.
super good. But then when you realized that it was the
Yeah.
other side of the coin, then you saw how he reacted, and you're like, oh fuck.
Well, yeah, she's like, and then like when she's kissing her boyfriend, I'm just like, he doesn't have to act.
Yeah,
He's like, that's literally because like I see like actual like videos of like. I'm not sure. She must be doing this on purpose. She refuses to let any other guy like touch her, like take her, help her like onto the stage and shit, or like she doesn't do any of that. But she does that with Tom only. So I'm like, maybe it just happens to catch. This is just like TikTok, like zooming in, like look at this body behavior. But like I thought it was really interesting.
You got some weird TikTok.
You do, man.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah,
I
honestly,
can't defend that.
but yeah, honestly, that's the main thing. The supporting cast works. Frank, oh my god, Frank and Spider-Man's dynamic
That
are
was
just fantastic.
so good, which I was surprised because like they kind of normally Frank Castle is very like stoic and like doesn't really work well with the like but they were kind of they were bantering back and forth. I was very surprised. It worked out. It was very good.
And especially and then at the end as well. I mean, like Frank literally shoots Spider-Man.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Almost-
the very end when he has the mask on. He's like,
Well, that too. Well, I'm getting to that.
Well, I like the whole part where
they're
they
in the
do
hospital
a
bed.
good setup and payoff where he's just like, I'm gonna kill that kid.
Yeah.
And he kind of almost did.
So yeah,
I wish they leaned into it a little
writing.
bit harder because like those are very good scenes in Daredevil when it's like that whole like, hey, don't kill, no, do
the
kill.
philosophical
the
part,
whole,
yeah.
the whole like mindset conflict, and they touched on it like oh, Spider-Man's like, hey, don't kill her. He's like, bah. Like I feel like they could have taken out
He's fuck it.
like all the I think the Avengers scene like. It was like it felt like an hour, but it was only a few minutes. I feel like they could have chopped that down, and then they could have used that time.
Are you talking just with Yelena? Or like
Yeah.
what?
Oh yeah,
in the bathtub scene.
yeah, that was hilarious.
I was like,
I thought that was really quick. I just when his feet come up, and he's just relaxing.
it had its moments, but at a certain point, I was like, all right, I get it.
Right.
Yeah.
But so I feel like it could have shrunken that a little bit, and they could have focused more on the like, hey, Frank Castle sees this as like,
Yeah.
hey, no, you cannot let this go out. You have to get rid of this. And he's like, no, killing people, but like, whereas
but
they
I
just
don't
kind of like
wanna.
they kind of touched on it a little bit. I feel like they could have really hit it home. And
And
really,
then when Gene took control of him in the tower,
That was
he's just
hilarious.
like, "Have fun with that."
Yeah,
sassy Punisher,
I was thinking like.
saucy Punisher walking
Because
around.
I was really thinking like John Bernthal doesn't have a whole lot of range. Like,
But that was
he always plays that kind of guy, but that particular scene, just that one line is like, have fun with that.
I was very surprised at how high up Florence Pugh was in the cast, like how high up she was on like the
Well,
credits. I was like,
I
"Jeez."
guess a little bit more. I'm surprised at how much of the Punisher and how much of Yelena. She has 2 full entire scenes,
Yeah, no, she does.
and then the Punisher's like literally, I want almost a co-star.
Yeah, I think he was supporting.
almost
He was
a
supporting.
co-lead.
Yeah,
I would say so, yeah.
I wouldn't say lead. I would not say lead. Is this Tom Holland's best performance as Spider-Man?
Yes,
Easily.
yes,
Easily.
yes.
Easily.
Yeah, no.
So maybe this is his niche because we just saw him in Odyssey.
Yeah, we did 2 weeks ago.
Maybe it was Christopher Nolan. He was just giving me nothing. I was
I
just
mean,
getting
that also could be the
nothing.
I do think that
Character,
was
too.
also the character because Odysseus' son
Telemachus
doesn't
he
do shit.
He literally what
It's
he does.
Odysseus' story.
He's like, my dad's coming home, and then he goes to Sparta, talks
Does
to
nothing.
talks
Talks
to
to John
Menelaus.
Bernthal, who takes the
Then he-
scene,
then he
and
comes-
then comes home.
He's like, listen, I got a bunch of
He has a
bunch
good
of gold
scene with
now.
his dad at the end. That's about it.
Yeah,
That's true.
he's good at crying scenes.
That movie made me mad that Ryan Hurst isn't going to be Kratos, because that just showed how good that dynamic showed how good that would have been. And fuck Amazon for being like, hey, we filmed 4 episodes. You got hurt because of us.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Peace.
Fuck you, dude. Like, nah, that could have.
Yeah, I mean, he's a fully realized actor. He's
He
done
knows this character
He's done
inside
this
and out.
role more than any other actor.
Wide range, like he would be emotional, then
Yep.
like betrayed.
But
and
he's
then
also clumsy as fuck, and it's
clumsy, like,
hilarious.
you're still getting the laughs, and it's
Yeah.
still like that side of him. So
Yeah.
it really is just the entire spectrum. And like I said, there were several scenes where like you felt that emotion that
right.
he was feeling. So
Expanding
crushed it.
upon that, you see the definitive Spider-Man.
Well, okay, so again, because we had this whole
it's really only-
our first duel of the debates question was who's the best Spider-Man.
I do remember that.
I won sort of out of a technicality.
Well, didn't you also debate in that one?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So yeah, the definitive Spider-Man. So in your podcast of duel of debates, the
I
first
won
one.
because so if we're talking Spider-Man, I still think Andrew Garfield as the Spider-Man aspect. I think he still beats out Tom Holland.
Just
I
like
don't
this
know,
movie
man.
shows,
I don't
Peter
know.
Parker and Spider-Man are together. That's the character. You can't be like this guy and that guy. The whole thing of Spider-Man.
I think it's fully him realized
is
becoming
him dealing with both and coming together. So I think the person that does it the best.
He's done it the most.
I don't know. I think he's
Tom
done.
Holland.
Yeah, with all the other movies, I still
still.
think definitively Tobey Maguire.
No,
I disagree.
Well, you're wrong.
no.
Holy.
Tobey
All right,
Maguire's
get the other channel going. Get the
It's called
next.
nostalgia. That's called nostalgia.
No, it's not.
Tobey Maguire. Okay, so it's hard to. It's also hard to because there's different eras of who Peter Parker is as a character.
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire nails golden age Peter Parker.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He's like such a fucking nerd. He fucking sucks.
He's a dork.
Yeah, he's a dork. As Spider-Man, though, where's the quips? Where's all the
Yeah,
fun,
he
the
doesn't-
funness of
It's
it?
literally one half a scene in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. And then
Yeah.
even that is like he's like
That's about it.
it's
Now dig on this.
because he thinks it's cool.
Yeah.
If you look at it in that context,
no, that's
he
fair.
thinks he's cool.
That's
and
fair.
so it is cool.
But there's no quips. Andrew is really good at quips.
yeah, the thing is, he's just too smooth. I don't buy this kid as an outcast in high school. I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
he had a skateboard.
This
was like prime like hipster.
It's prime Street League.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
prime.
That was
Street League,
me.
Tony Hawk.
That was
era,
100% you.
Zac Efron hair. Like that kid would have been the most popular kid. So like no,
Well, I wouldn't say I was the most popular kid.
not you.
Okay.
Well, if that was me,
I'm not saying
if I
it
was the
you.
skater kid,
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying.
He's a skater boy.
I mean, I knew a lot of people. But
Get out.
Please stand by.
That's 2 now.
yeah.
It's 2 strikes. I got one more.
No, you
I
don't.
got one more, bitch.
Not in this fucking
bitch, I
game.
got one more.
I mean, like you said, he's been
I think
the
I don't-
most. So,
I think he's what we have.
Yeah.
well, I mean, yeah. I don't think that's how that
I'm just saying I think he's succeeded. He's become the best balance of the two, because he does play.
Then what's
kind
holding him back from becoming the best?
I mean, I don't. It's the same way that I don't feel like there's. I don't think there can be a definitive actor who is Spider-Man. So I think
You know what I will say? I think it's a part of being Spider-Man is being a mentor and being like a leader.
that's
And
the next
Tobey
one. Maybe that's the
Maguire,
next
Tobey
one.
Maguire hit that on the nail with what was it? No Way Home. I can't keep track anymore.
yeah, because he had one or two
Yes.
scenes where he was like,
And-
because he's the oldest.
Well, I'll say this now. Tom has been talking a lot about his replacement and who he would want to pass it off to. So he's looking to become that mentor.
I don't know why,
eventually.
but I still see him as younger.
It's just him. He can't help it. He just is a really young looking
well,
guy.
and it's also the fact that for 80,
He's got some crow's feet. I'll give him that.
Well, his voice is so high and it
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
sound
like the majority of the screen time he's had so far, he's been the young kid.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard. Like I don't know. I'm having difficulty being like, or at least visualizing like, hey, he's an adult now. Maybe because he's also tiny, and like it's kind of hard when Zendaya's looking down on you, dog. But like, it's just hard for me to be like, yeah, no, he's the adult. He's reached his peak. He's now going to be a mentor. Like I'm not seeing that just
Yeah.
yet. And I think that's also a big part of
It's just-
Spider-Man.
It's just unfortunate though because like that's just him,
Well, I feel like that could be handled in scenes and writings and storylines down the line. I feel like you can make that work. despite the visual of the actor. I've seen, movies that the actor, like, John Wick's a great example. Like, no one really expected, or you're not really visually expecting much from Keanu Reeves, but with all the scenes and all the cinematography, you're like, no, this is the fucking guy. So I think it can be done.
But he does do that stuff, though.
Well, yeah, 100%. But I'm saying, like, if you
trains.
look at him, you're not thinking this is this is a guy who can murder 1,500 fucking people and be the best of the best.
Right,
But it's like the way they filmed it, the way, like, his introduction scene in the first one, like, the Baba Yaga, like, that kind of writing and stuff.
You kill his fucking dog.
Yes, like, that kind of writing, you buy into it. So I feel like for us to believe Tom Holland that, I think for me, there's still got to be a little more legwork for me to be like, he's hit his peak. He's the adult. Yeah. He's now ready to guide others. Because for Secret Wars, he's like,
I've been proven wrong before.
So, I mean, again, he's doing good. I think behind the scenes, there still needs to be a little bit done in order to fully go into it.
All right, yeah.
That's just me.
I'm not ashamed. He's the definitive Spider-Man to me. Anyway.
It's like, it's the same way that how I was talking about, like, Steve Rogers or Captain America from the comics. Chris Evans nails the part. It's just, the comic just has this different vibe to me. Captain America in the comics seems more of like a older, more mature looking guy. I don't know.
He is older. He fought in World War II.
Just okay.
All right. Anything else on this?
No. Okay. Tom Holland is the definitive Spider-Man. Good for him.
All right. Does this movie move Spider-Man forward?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say so.
Because,
it furthered his characters for sure.
Followed up
an ability standpoint.
Oh,
this is him coming into his brand new day, and it's like it's
like the thing.
The sun is rising on him again. The sun,
Kevin Feige, you did it again.
The sun is no longer getting too low, big fella. It's now rising. Yep. All right.
Like, they really followed up what I was scared that they wouldn't be able to do from the. Admittedly, the goofiness of the spell from No Way Home. Yeah. So they followed up really well on that, and like the stakes of it, and like how he is struggling with just being alone.
It's the male loneliness epidemic that's been going around.
Yeah, maybe that was
a good commentary on that.
Intentional. I don't know.
I'm sure it was.
It definitely will probably hit home with a lot of people. So. No
Way Home.
Oh, that's one for you.
No, this is their homecoming.
That's three. Get out.
Yeah. Jeez. What was I saying?
All right. I think this does move him forward. I think.
Well, especially because now they've recovered at least Ned.
That's what I was going to talk about next.
Implied in the very last scene.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get it to.
And MJ.
So let's talk about
MJ.
MJ
knows that it's Peter. She doesn't remember
the emotional connection.
Yes. So she found out from the note that he had written to her 4 years previously that he left in Frank's boat or whatever the fuck it was. So yeah, I think that was a great scene, and how she handled it. She's like, I don't fucking love you anymore. I'm sure she did.
Sorry. Sorry, guy. Oh.
Hey, can I get a ride home? Oh my God. I'm like,
yeah. Imagine
Been there, dog. Been there.
Yeah, she didn't think that one through.
No.
And him being the honorable guy.
Yep. Hey, do you want to come up though? I'm like, my boy. Me, Ned.
We're gonna go build Legos with Ned.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, best scene in the movie. Yeah, I love that scene.
And then how Ned found out his name is Peter, and then at the end,
she just slipped that up. She's like Peter.
Spider-Man's name is Peter.
I mean, that's kind of a callback to Amazing Spider-Man 2. I think Emma Stone said that. She's like, Peter, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like a callback to that.
Well, actually, that actually brings up another point. I noticed that they were trying. I think they were trying to implement the different filming styles for a lot of the different movies. I definitely saw Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Amazing Spider-Man. They're in his POV swinging around.
Right.
Lots of window shots from inside, which reminds me a lot of like that scene in Spider-Man 2 where like Doc Ock's like climbing on the,
Yeah, for sure.
there was another, Frank's
hideout.
his hideout is what I think is Doc Ock's hideout in Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, it's
similar.
It's a warehouse on a lake, like
Yeah.
like a boat,
Yeah,
A boathouse.
like
a boathouse,
yeah.
boat shed, whatever you want to call it.
It's probably not the same exact one, but it's like
It still gives the vibe.
Evokes
It's
the
still-
emotion. You're
yeah.
like, oh shit, nice.
There's
It
a
makes
few
you
other
remember.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few other things that I was like, oh, that's that thing, and I just forgot.
Yeah, it's like the web slinging, very Sam Raimi feel to it. Like just his overall like movements and stuff was very Sam Raimi. His body movements was very Andrew
You're
Garfield.
watching his body,
Yeah.
bro.
Well, like,
Well,
his,
as in like, yeah, his clumsiness.
his expression and how he's
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah, I
animating
mean-
himself. Like
The coolest thing that I think just the way Andrew Garfield. This is why I like Andrew Garfield Spider-Man because he does like the like that. He does like the punches with the webs. That was just so cool. And he's like relaxed with it. He's like, "Bah," you know, and you go.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Fair enough.
yeah, they do that a little bit.
Yeah, they do. Favorite scene in the movie?
I already said mine.
there's a few good ones. I would have to say him fighting the hand at the end when he like fully accepts his new abilities and his new outlook. I think, and him just being able to now completely control the scene. I think that was a very good scene. I already talked about the MJ one when it was actually Jean Grey the whole time. Yeah, those were probably my top two. I
Yeah.
think, honestly, you know what? I wish they went a little bit more into it. When Frank Castle was talking to him, he's like, "Do you think I like chose this life?" I think that was a nice little.
It's a good character moment for him.
That was a good character moment for him.
Bro.
Yeah, I think that was good for him. And then
I mean, it was another good character moment. Like, you crying, Frank? You crying?
Can't think of it. Just saw you cry.
kid, they're making him soft now. They're making him soft. He's crying.
Well, my favorite scene is the whole third act with Jean Grey.
That's
not a
that's
scene.
You can't fucking
what
say
the
that.
yeah, that's
My
not-
whole scene is the last hour.
Why not?
my
because
scene
everything
is-
blends together so fucking well. From the
No, 'cause-
web going down, him kicking the door in, and then like, oh shit.
There's the scene. He brought up
I
the
know.
scene in one of the scenes in the third act.
I know.
You're talking about the whole.
Pick one
third-
scene.
Fine, the whole third act. Jesus Christ.
No, that's what we just said.
that's not what we said.
Please stand by.
My favorite scene is obviously the Lego scene. I just love it.
Yeah, no,
Love it
that's a
so
great
much.
scene. It's a great
That was a
scene.
good scene.
Yeah.
Very wholesome scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they get the payoff with the handshake thing. But okay, so the thing I wanted to talk
thought
about.
that was dumb.
I thought that was a great way to end it.
The thing I wanted to talk about because you don't like because it's like wait, all it took was a fucking handshake.
Doctor Strange's magic can apparently one of the most powerful beings in
Well,
the
remember,
Marvel
Ned's
universe.
magic too, guys.
He is magic. We
That-
forgot. He forgot.
He forgot, so that doesn't count.
Maybe there's a little connection
Again,
there.
no
You never
payoff
know.
there. He got magic in
Again,
one movie and then never again.
It's all a little
Yeah, right,
ambiguous, but it works.
What do we think about the Hulk in this?
I think it was fine. I like the whole scene. There's really cool dynamic with the fight scene.
So I want to talk about a thing that you brought up, and you know what I'm going to talk about. There's only two people in existence who still know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and it would be Hulk
Because he's
and White Vision.
Yep.
Because Vision is a robot.
Vision had his memories, and they took his memories from Vision, so Vision would know who he is.
Vision.
And
White Vision.
and Hulk, because Hulk is always
Hulk's a different
subdued. He's
person.
subdued.
Yeah.
Yep. So Hulk
yeah.
has met Spider-Man
Yeah.
before.
So, but there is that one really quick scene where he's like, "It's me, your friend.
We fought Thanos.
We killed that guy, bro."
Remember, I was like hanging from a hammer.
And then Hulk
don't
just
remember,
lets
bro.
go, man, with a ton of bricks holding him down. My God.
yeah, maybe not the best move. Hopefully, that area
Well,
was
he's
sanctioned
in a
off.
mental asylum now, so
Yes.
I don't know where that's
constant
going.
not mishandling, but just like disrespect to the
Well,
Hulk.
it's interesting to see what they do with him now. Like, I'm interested to see if he shows up he will show up in Secret Wars probably.
100%.
But like,
I just like that
How's
they
it
got
gonna
away
work?
from the Mark Ruffalo smart Hulk. Because like when it showed up again, I was like, "You're not tapping into the true
But then we
potential."
got
But
big
then we
Hulk.
got him. So I'm glad that
Yeah.
we actually differentiated, and it was like, "Hey, this is what he like. Stop holding that guy back."
Yeah.
So like, I'm glad they finally like let it loose a little bit and just really
Right.
let him go.
The
Agreed.
thing that I'm confused
And they
about.
didn't mean to cut you off, but they actually showed like the visual difference. Like he got bigger.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
face
Yeah.
doesn't look like fucking Mark Ruffalo. I'm so over that.
Yeah, they went back to
They
original.
went to
Hulk.
original Hulk. Like so.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they really.
So is
double
that
down.
the undoing of that? Because I hated Smart Hulk and especially no explanation. This is like
I don't think it's
his biggest problem.
I don't think it's an undoing. I think it's a showing that there's levels to the control that Bruce Banner can have.
Okay.
So like Smart Hulk is him under control and kind of having like the best of both worlds, but then like him completely not being like the Jekyll and Hyde. So
Right.
like Smart Hulk is him kind of being in control, but being able to manage both sides. Whereas now we're dealing with full on Jekyll, and it's
Right.
gigantic Hulk.
Well, that's
doesn't
The
look like
thing
him
is, though,
whatsoever.
there was Banner and Hulk. Then after Age of Ultron, Hulk goes to Sakaar, then grows. He gets older as Hulk. Hulk is essentially like a 5-year-old
Yeah.
in Thor Ragnarok. Then comes back to Earth, can't fight in Infinity War, then just is Smart Hulk in Endgame. We don't know how that happened. Then at the end of the Marvels, I think. Or no, Shang-Chi. At the end of Shang-Chi, he's wearing a sling for some reason. No idea why. It's probably after Endgame at that point because he snapped. How did he return back to Banner? We don't know.
They don't know what to do with Hulk, honestly. They don't.
Yeah, and then now I'm saying like, okay, so but then the Hulk that we got here was not the 5-year-old Hulk.
No, because even the 5-year-old Hulk had some sort of like intellect level and like control, I guess. And I guess this is like full on like this guy. Because again, Hulk just got done having his mind fucked with.
Right.
So maybe it's like, because a little bit of lore of Hulk is like the angrier he gets, the bigger, stronger, and like more powerful he gets. So I don't know
Did she tap into like the primal?
I think so. Again, I don't know if the writers
Again,
really
Omega level mutant. She can do whatever the fuck she wants.
I don't know if the writers thought that far in advance, but canonically it makes sense in my brain that like he just got done getting his brain messed around with, so now he's like doubly pissed off, so it's like further into the like which I wish they showed him doing more damage. But like Spider-Man's also has gone toe to toe with him on many occasions and has won, so it makes sense. But yeah,
it's all like he won by being smart.
Yeah, I mean that's
to.
usually the only way you can beat Hulk.
So I'm just like, it's not even like none of these ideas are bad. What I'm just frustrated with is just have a continuity. That's what the MCU, the whole idea of it is to bring together a group of remarkable people.
Yes.
Okay. Have continuity is what I'm saying.
Yes. I think they had great continuity up until Endgame, and now they just didn't know where to go after that.
So and then
if we're willing
to going to the wind.
If I'm willing to just kind of call phase 4 and 5 the gas leak phases.
The gas leak phase.
Because they call that with Community, like season 4 is like the gas leak year, where they're just like, we lost our showrunner.
Yeah. Honestly,
that was bad quality, which I'm actually kind of a fan of season 4 a little bit. But let's just call this like little 5 and 6 a hiccup. Get your shit together now, though.
Well, I think they're trying to do that quantity over. They're definitely trying to do quality over quantity.
Well, that's why I talked like before we went in. We were talking about Doomsday. I'm like, I could care less. This is something you just threw up.
It's because Thanos had 10 years of buildup.
Exactly, and you're not doing that now. You don't even need 10. But like you're like,
but hey, you got Robert Downey Jr.
Fuck that.
Under a mask for the entire movie, probably.
Fuck that. Fuck bringing Chris Evans back. Like now their sacrifices at the end are meaningless.
It does evoke
you completely
desperation.
Ruined everything. So I have no interest. I'll still see it.
Okay, so but the thing is though,
so you'll still see it.
Because I'm interested in what they're doing with the X-Men. That's what I'm interested in.
The thing is, though...
Or I'll wait till you guys review it on Seen It Before.
There it is. I was into the trailer. I know it didn't show us like any of the plot, but...
Because they don't know the plot.
Doom looked cool enough. I know the plot's going to be, there's something coming. It's going to be involving Loki with the what do you call them?
Time tree?
Incursions. It's gonna involve that. I like that idea that you're talking about with Toby's universe just exploding.
Yeah,
maybe he's like a refugee or something. Mm-hmm. Maybe the Fox X-Men are probably the refugees from the Wasteland area time thing.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. We'll have to see, but
yeah, I'd love to see. I'm interested in the movie. I'm also more interested in Black Panther 3 now because they have. David Johnson.
Yeah, I saw him in The Longest Walk. He was
The
really
Long
good
Walk and Alien Romulus. He's really good in both of them.
And everyone's mad because they're like, You can't replace T'Challa. They're not replacing T'Challa.
I don't think everyone's mad. I don't know where. I don't think everyone's mad.
No, I've seen more pushback at the fact that they had a female, whatever her name was,
Shuri.
Yeah,
but that
in the
seemed like a
second
lot.
one, and now they're like, oh, you're just replacing her. It's like, hey, fun fact.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like,
they do this shit in the comics all the time.
yeah.
Admitted, it's like it works by. Well, actually, no, because T'Chaka gave it to T'Challa when he was like old and he was just a senator.
Yeah.
But Shuri's still really young, so I can see a little
As long as
friction.
it's not
there.
another fucking 3-hour-long movie, because
It's gonna be.
I don't.
It's gonna be.
I mean, it's
know
marked
this.
at 2:45 right now.
That's
so,
too long. Too long.
Yeah.
I'm fucking over these fucking.
Well, this movie was kind of
2:25.
Yeah, it was kind of long.
And it felt that.
It
at
did
certain
feel-
points,
it did
felt
feel
that
the 2:25.
They could have cut the fat. They could have cut the fat.
I
a
don't
little
know
bit.
if they could have cut anything.
I think they
Okay,
could have cut
what would you have cut?
So definitely the bathhouse scene for sure.
Cut it down, yeah.
Like, yeah, narrowed it down a little bit.
Well, all the information that they got from that was VMAX. You could have delivered it any other way.
Even like a lot of the phone calls with the detective, I don't think you needed to have that many phone calls. Like you could.
there's like
I mean,
4
that's
of
his
them.
only friend, though. That's really like what they're trying to show there. That's
yeah, but
part of the
again, I
male
feel-
loneliness
Yeah,
thing.
I don't feel like you need. I think it was like 4 or 5. I don't
Yeah,
think
it
you
was
need
a
4 or
lot, but, you
5.
know.
And like a couple flashback scenes that it's like, hey,
yeah.
we
They did have a lot of flashbacks.
We remember those scenes. I don't think we need to hit the flash. There were a lot of flash. Now that I'm thinking about it, there were a lot of
from
flashbacks.
the other movies.
other movies,
yeah.
yeah.
Like I think you.
but they
could
weren't that
have-
long though, so it
But
really
I feel like
doesn't.
again, you're getting hit. I felt it was a little hitting over the head.
Like-
I think
like
that's
you could've-
a direct.
friends.
It's a directorial choice. So
Yeah, but I think you could have cut the
And I'm
fat.
criticizing
a little.
that
Yeah, I
choice.
am. I think you could have cut the fat a little bit on certain things. Maybe not so it's like down to like an hour 50, but like maybe a 2.
you were mentioning Jekyll and Hyde with the Hulk earlier, and that kind of made me think of a lot of these characters have like these dual things going on in this movie. There's obviously Spider-Man and Peter Parker. There's Jean Grey.
Spider-Man's Peter Parker.
There's Jean Grey who's having like that thing going on with her sister. There's Hulk and Banner. There's
Jean Grey and Dark
There's-
Phoenix.
yeah, and then there's
Right.
there's Punisher, and well, the thing of good and bad with him. I
good or
guess.
bad?
Good
Do I
and
shoot
bad.
him?
So yeah, so like there's a lot of this duality stuff going on in this movie. And I really like how they kind of worked it into the plot, and I think it really did kind of work.
No, it definitely did.
yeah. Anyway, that's the last thing I got. So.
What would you give it overall?
I mean, do you have anything left in here? No? Okay. I'm going to give this movie, oh my God,
You can do it.
an 89. It's solid.
89. Yeah, no, I'm completely agree.
I think it's the best Tom Holland movie of Spider-Man. I think it's a different kind of Spider-Man movie than we're used to. It kind of more evokes the Sam Raimi aspects of the drama, and that kind of works in its favor. Yeah, no, I just had I had a really good time with this movie. So, yeah, it was fun. I'm not sure on the rewatchability yet, though. That's a big thing for me.
No, for sure.
Yeah. 83. Because I want to put it at like 87, 88, but I know it's going to go down in my mind. So 83. Solid movie. I don't think I don't know. It's like recency bias. All these Spider-Man movies kind of all hit the same kind of level for me. No Way Home is definitely a lot worse than I thought at first. So
Especially when you rewatch it and they take breaks for the audience applause.
Yeah.
Like watching it at home on DVD or whatever really hits it really feels weird.
which that's a big thing that I almost liked in this movie. There's only one reveal.
Yeah.
There's only one thing. It's just Jean Grey.
Oh,
Yeah,
true,
and that was
There's
them
no-
just showing her name. That's it. There wasn't really. Like,
Yeah, there's literally no. This movie does what it can to just be itself. You know, it doesn't have to rely on all the fanfare of the Marvel cameos and all this. I mean, I guess Hulk's there, but we didn't. That wasn't a surprise in like Bruce Banner being. He's in fucking everything now. So
Well, Andy also had a purpose for the
Yeah,
context
exactly,
of the
too.
story. Kind of like with Lizard and
Yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man.
I'd say Yelena's maybe the only like. Oh, that's cool. You know, I didn't need it, but that's cool.
All right.
Anyway, but yeah, 83.
I'd probably be right around there. I was thinking like 84, 85, but I think like
85 guy.
85 guy. That's our thing.
That's our
'Cause
thing.
for like I want to say like 3 months. every movie I was doing 85.
85 guy.
Yeah, I'll go right in the middle. I'll say 84.
Okay.
I'll say 84. Like you said, same thing. Really liked a lot of stuff. Really loved that first half. Kind of lost it at the back half for me. It wasn't bad. It just it didn't necessarily.
It didn't fit.
It didn't fit. So it was still good, but it could have been better with something else.
Yeah.
I imagine. So yeah, 84.
All right.
Well, before we end, do we want to talk about the post-credit scene and our theories about
Well,
it?
I mean, there's only like one theory that could. Well, there's two theories.
I had 3.
Okay. Well, you go ahead and say one of them then.
First one is it's the spider tracker. Okay, so basically, Ned's app, spider tracker or whatever, discovers a different signal of a Spider-Man in deep space. Now, it could be linked to like DNA. This is my far-fetched theory. It could be like the DNA of somebody with spider powers. So it could be in reference to the symbiote, which we know is on Earth, but it could be like, oh, there's like this thing that's from
Yeah, like a meteor or something.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
didn't
I was
think-
leaning towards some sort of alien, so like Carnage maybe,
Okay.
Yeah.
something like that.
I think the more reasonable guess would be something involved in Secret Wars. Either this is my other two theories.
Battleworld.
Battleworld, which is, because it's like this whole other thing, which I don't know how you make that work with stakes wise if it's not on Earth, that there's no, it's we just have to kind of deal with the characters' lives, I guess.
Maybe.
Because there's no, like, literally there's no, anyway, either it's Tom Holland being transported to Battleworld, or it's Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man going to Battleworld. Because we've heard that Toby's going to be in. There was rumors in Doomsday.
Doomsday.
I'm thinking maybe he could be in Secret Wars. That would be a cool surprise instead of like the Spider-Man we've known.
Yeah. Everyone forgets about Peter 3, guys.
Wait, no, he's Peter 3.
No.
Who's Peter?
Peter 3 is Andrew.
Yeah, because he did.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
did say, "Oh, organic webs like Peter too."
Right.
And he called himself Peter 1. So yeah,
I'm still mad about the naming scheme because I understand either Tom Holland being Peter 1 or 3. Because he's either like the number 1 in this universe, or
he's talking about himself,
or he's the third one in continuity.
Yeah.
Toby would be 1 or 3 too, though, because he came first.
Okay, you're thinking way too
I'm just saying, Andrew being Peter 2 just makes sense to me.
So just like you're thinking too deep right now, I think it's not. It's going to be the next time we see a Spider-Man, and that's going to be Secret Wars.
Or it could be Miles Morales.
Battleworld.
Why would Miles Morales be in space?
I don't know.
I think it's
Tom Holland went to space super early.
yeah.
He did like one outing.
No, I think it's
His first assignment with the Avengers was
Let's
fighting
go to
the
space.
Avengers.
Yeah, that is true. We have a whole civil problem going on.
Yeah, it's like, let's just beat up Captain America real quick. That's your first mission.
assignment.
all right.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. All right. Well, anyway, we're Seen It Before. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok with @SeenItBeforecast. That's SCENE It Beforecast. And you can find me on Letterboxd with DonutMan96. I'm Dan.
I'm Danny. You can find me on Instagram at Danny_Was. Sorry, Danny_Was on Instagram, or my Letterboxd and serialized at DJ Was, or my YouTube channel, which is just Danny Was.
John.
And that's
we can't-
John.
We can't find him anywhere.
I'm just here.
He just appears out of
Just
nowhere.
here. Yeah, there's a signal that goes into the sky. I show up. I talk
We
about
flash
stuff.
a badge, the badge signal.
No,
No, not the badge signal.
not the badge signal. No,
With the Glock and the.
No,
no.
it's the combat corner signal.
It's just an
I
outline
need a
of
new
Conor
one though.
McGregor.
Fucking McGregor gets his knee blown out. I need
Well,
a
no,
new
because now
one.
you're Conor McGregor in it. It's like, where the fuck is everyone? It's like a
And
little.
it's just me sitting in the corner with a busted knee.
Just help! Where is the fucking doctor?
Oh God. Yeah, I mean that's it for us. I don't think we have anything on the schedule right now for what's coming up next.
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't. I just looked.
Okay,
So,
You're gone. You're gone. That's strike 3. Get out.
fine,
but
fine.
yeah, let's all just get out of here. We'll see you next time.